The next Kinnah, Lamed Vav 36, on page 328. Tzion halo tishali, v'shlom asirayich. This Kinnah was written by Rabbi Yehuda Levi, who's also the author of the Kuzari, and it speaks a lot about his longing for Eretz Yisrael. It says, "Ve'es echalom shiva shavuseich." A dream of a return. Nikinor l'shirayich libi lebeis el v'lefnei el ma'od yehema. My heart longs for the Beis Hamikdash and to be before Hashem extremely intensely, etc., etc. And at the end of the Kuzari, he writes the following. This is how he ends off the whole Sefer Kuzari. It's all about the questions and answers for other religions towards Judaism, what we really believe in. And he ends off, Yitzon Alomer ki Yushalayim amnam tibane. When will Yushalayim be rebuilt? Kishe yichsefu b'nei Yisrael la tachlis hakosef. When b'nei Yisrael are mishtokek, they have this intense, burning desire for Eretz Yisrael. And when they have that, when they yearn for Yerushalayim, when they yearn for Eretz Yisrael, that's when it's going to come back. That's when we're going to get it back. If you learn through the Psukim in Parshas Lech Lecha, we see that Avraham Avinu was 75 years old when he left his homeland to go to Eretz Yisrael. But if you follow the Psukim very, very carefully, we'll see that actually he was already in Eretz Yisrael at the age of 70. By the Bris Ben Abisarim, he was 70 years old. 5 years before he left his homeland to go into Eretz Yisrael, he was already in Eretz Yisrael. And the question that the Rishonim grapple with is, if he was already there, why did he leave for that to be the ultimate destination later on? Sounds like at the beginning of Lech Lecha, this was Avram's first journey to Eretz Yisrael at the age of 75, but it seems like he was already there 5 years before. Why did he leave? The Sefer Charedim was written in the 16th century by Rabbi Elazar Azkari. He lived from 1533 to 1600. He was the author of Yedid Nefesh. And he writes as follows. He says, Avram left at the age of 70 because Hashem told him to leave. And why did Hashem tell him to leave? Because Hashem wanted that Avram's entry into Eretz Yisrael was with a burning desire to want to be there. So once he already went there at the age of 70, and he saw how amazing, he felt the Kedusha, he felt the holiness in Eretz Yisrael, and then all of a sudden Hashem says, get out of here, you have to leave. So day in and day out, when can I go back? I miss it. It was so good. It was so amazing. I could hit spiritual heights. That's where I'm supposed to be. The longing that conjured up with inside Avraham Avinu, that eventually when he got to Eretz Yisrael at the age of 75, it came with a tremendous love and a tremendous cheshek. And Sefer Charedim writes as follows. He says, Mitzvahs aseh min haTorah ladur be'Eretz Yisrael. So one of the 613 mitzvahs, to live in Eretz Yisrael. V'tzarech kol ish Yisrael, every Jew has to lechabev his Eretz Yisrael. He has to love the land of Israel. Lavo eleh me'afsei eretz, is to come from all ends of the earth. B'tshuka gedola, with a tremendous desire. Ki tchilas avonenu shenikba alanu b'chiyah ledoros, yan me'asnu ba, shenemar vayamasu be'eretz chemda. The beginning of all our troubles was when we despised the land. It was disgusting towards us. And how do we go ahead and redeem ourselves? Kiratzu avadecha es avanea v'esafareh yichonenu. That we want it. Ata takum trachim tzion. We have to want it. And that's why he says the Amoraim, we find in the Gemara, would kiss the floor, would kiss the dirt and the stones when they get to Eretz Yisrael. He talks about the Shir of Rabbi Yehuda Levi, the Kuzari, a song called Eretz HaKadosha, Yikara Chamuda, a song all about how holy and special Eretz Yisrael is. And he says they had a custom, the Sefer Charedim says he had a custom to recite that song by the grave of Yehuda Bar Ilai every single Erev Rosh Chodesh with Simcha Rabbah, saying to Hashem, please don't kick us out. We want this so badly. We so much want Eretz Yisrael. That's how Avram Avinu had to go in, and that's how the Sefer Charedim says all of us have to go in. We have to yearn, we have to dream of Eretz Yisrael and its glory. And it's part of our DNA. Avram Avinu put it into our DNA that the Jewish people are always yearning. It's a fascinating thing. National anthems. So if you look at all the national anthems of all the different countries, whoever understands music a little bit, they're always in the major scale. Because a national anthem is all about the country being triumphant, victorious. They have their own state, they have their own place. It's a happy tune, it's a simcha tune, and that's always in the major scale. Hatikva is the only normal country that is in the minor scale. And the reason is because the Jewish people in their DNA are always yearning, they're craving. They're craving for more. They can't wait for us to be able to have Eretz Yisrael in the way that it's supposed to be. And it's that craving that actually will get us it at the end. We say in davening, "Es tzamach David avdecha meheret hatzmiach," want the Mashiach to come very quickly. Ki lishuascha kivinu kol hayom, because it's for the Yeshua that we awaited for. If we wait for it, if we want it, then we'll get it. Mimkomcha malkeinu tofia, we say in Kedusha. V'timloch aleinu, we daven to Hashem. We want your Shekhinah back, the Shekhinah that we spoke about, that we lost in the first Beis Hamikdash. We want it back. Ki mechakim anachnu lach, we're waiting for it. We deserve it, Hashem, we're waiting for this. In Tehillim, Kuf Beis Yadalit, Atat Sakum Terachim Tzion, Ki Eis Achadna Kiva Moed. That's the song that everyone sings, that song. The next pasuk, pasuk Tezvav. Why is it the Tzion is going to come back? Ki Ratzu Avadechas Avanav Es Afara Yechonenu, because we want it. Your servants want it. We want it. In Yigdal, we sing Yishlach Leketz Yamin Mashiachenu. At the end of days, Hashem is going to send a Mashiach. Who? To who? Liftot mechake kates, to the people that are waiting for it. Are we waiting for it? Are we yearning for it? It's those people that are going to get it. Rashi tells us in Sefer Shmos in Perek Yud Pasuk of Beis that many of the Jews in Mitzrayim, 4/5 of the Jews, they died in Makas Choshech. They didn't make it out. They did not experience the redemption. They got stuck. And the Rush over there asks, well, if the people that weren't good, the Jewish people that weren't good, if they died and they didn't deserve to get out, so why were Dasan and Aviram, two extremely bad people that caused lots of problems in the Midbar, why did they deserve to come out? They should have died with everyone else, the 4/5 that died there in Mitzrayim. What did they get? Why did they deserve to come out? And the Rush says that even though they were evil, they weren't Misyayish Ma'Geula. They never gave up hope on the redemption. No matter who you are and where you are and what you believe in, if you believe and you wait for the Geula, you deserve to be able to come out. So we have to leave. We're finishing the Kinos now. And we've had a chance to feel and think about what we're lacking, what we're missing. But we have to have in our daily practice, we have to have a burning, yearning desire for the Mashiach, for the Beis Hamikdash to come back. The Kav HaYashar was written in the 17th century. He was a Kabbalist and very much influenced by the teachings of the Arizal. He speaks very highly in Tzadi Gimel, if you want to look it up. He speaks very highly about a person named Rav Ram Baruchim Halevi. Rav Ram Baruchim Halevi, the Arizal said, was a Gilgul of Yirmiyahu Hanavi. What did they see in Rav Ram Baruchim Halevi? So Rav Ram lived in Tzfat, and every night at Chatzos, he would walk around all the streets where the Jews would leave, and he would scream, "My Jewish brothers, don't you know that the Shekhinah is in Galus? And our Beis Hamikdash has been burnt to ashes, and the Jewish people are in a bitter exile, having so much difficulties and sorrows, and you're sleeping comfortably on your bed? Get up and scream and call out to Hashem. Maybe He'll hear us and have pity on us." And we continue to scream, and no one could sleep. All the Jews in Tzfat, they couldn't sleep. So they all got up, and they go to shul every night and say Tikkun Chatzos, and then they go ahead and they learn afterwards. And the Arizal said that his desire and his feeling of the pain and his desire for things to change, it was clear that he was a Gilgul of Yirmiyahu. Now some people, maybe it's too much to say Tikkun Chatzos, so maybe that's not the practical application of our yearning, but there's a lot more. The Anshe Knesset HaGedola, who lived when the second Beis Hamikdash was rebuilt, and they were from those who saw that the second Beis Hamikdash was not like the first Beis Hamikdash. It wasn't the way it's supposed to be. The Shekhinah is still not in there. The Aron is not there. We don't have the Ruach HaKodesh. We don't have the Urim V'Tumim. We don't have the Aish Min HaShamayim. We're still lacking all of these things. What did they put into the Shemona Esrei? V'Yerushalayim Ircha Barachamim Tashuv. They were sitting in Yerushalayim with the Beis Hamikdash, Anshe Knesset Gedola, and they said, "We want to come back to Yerushalayim. Bring it back. We want to bring back the way it's supposed to be. V'Sachazena Inenu V'Shuvcha LeTzion. Hashem, we want to be able to see the return to Tzion." What do you mean? You're sitting in the Beis Hamikdash. Yeah, but it wasn't the way it's supposed to be. And we say these parts of davening again and again and again. We have to walk away from our Tisha B'Av, and our Shemona Esrei has to be so much more intense with that burning desire. The Chafetz Chaim lived with this desire all the time. And as known, he encouraged the Kohanim in his town, he himself was a Kohen, that they had to learn Kachim. But the Beis Hamikdash is going to come today. And no one knows how to do anything in the Beis Hamikdash. So he said, you got to do it. Let's learn. Do you really believe this, or you just say and you sing a song? If you really believe it, so you got to learn the halachos. How are we going to deal with it when the Beis Hamikdash comes today? In the Tanayim, the contract document of his oldest daughter Gittel, when she got married, so there's a contract that says it's a business contract of what you're going to give, both sides are going to give to the couple. So in the Tanayim, he wrote that he's happy to support his son-in-law and his daughter, that they could continue doing what they're doing, but he made a condition. It's in the contract. He wrote that he very badly wants to go to Eretz Yisrael and move there. So if he ends up that his dream comes true and he's able to move, and now he's no longer able to support his kids, no one would have any tainas on him. So in the contract that they're getting married, he said, but you should just know I'm planning to move to Eretz Yisrael, my plans might change. That's how clear and real it was that he had to make sure that no one would have bad feelings towards him. And he did the same thing by his second daughter. The whole time, yearning to try to move to Eretz Yisrael. He even had a house. They bought him a house in Petach Tikva because he was for sure coming. Hashem didn't want it. Different things got in the way of the Chafetz Chaim coming, but so badly wanted to come. That's how we all have to live. We have to want it so badly. And Mesil Shisham writes in Perek Yates, V'yispalo tamid al gulas b'nei Yisrael. We have to daven all the time about the redemption. V'ashavas kvot shemayim le'iloi, that the kavod Hashem, that the revelation, everyone should appreciate who Hashem is and what He is. Who am I? Some of us might be thinking, come on, really, who am I? There's very righteous people out there. Who am I to go ahead and daven? Does it really matter if I daven about Yerushalayim and about the redemption, give me a break. Because of my davening, all of the exiles are going to come together and come back to Eretz Yisrael? Really? Do I really make a difference? Shuvaso betzido. Shaninu Sanhedrin Lamed Ches. This is what Mesil Shem quotes this Gemara. Lefigach nivra Adam Yechidi. Man was created alone. There was one human being created, Adam Arishon, by himself. Kidei shekol echad yomer b'shvili nivra olam. That every person should say, for me the world was created. That Mesil Shem brings it on this halacha, that a person should daven and realize that his tefillah matters. If we daven that we want Hashem to bring the geula, we want everyone to come back, we want everyone to be in Eretz Yisrael, we want the Beis Hamikdash, we want Mashiach, as if no one else in the world is davening, it's just us, it's on us, it's our responsibility. It works. That itself is a nachas ruach ulefanav yisbarach shu banav mevakshim mispal mazos. And even if it doesn't come true right away, for whatever the reason is, it's worth something, says Mesil Sharm. It shows that we want it. We believe in it. So we have to make sure to walk away from our Tisha B'Av, not just with some inspiration, but that practically we're living daily with this tremendous yearning for the Beis Hamikdash and everything that comes about it. Should be zocheh that everyone should come back and appreciate the Kavod Hashem and experience it in its full gamut of what we deserve for it to be.